गुड इवनिंग फ्रेंड्स. हाउ यू? कैसे हैं आप लोग? कश्मीर मुद्दा, नेशनलिज्म, patriotism, everything is going inside us, isn't it? How we can contribute, what we can do for our country. And Modi actually rightly put it in his speech on 15th August, saying we can contribute by becoming wealth creators. We all can become wealth creators. People who has potential to become wealth creator, they should be respected really well. So during this time, last week I was going to visit my one of my childhood friend Ranjit, and I was excited to meet him because this guy was such an enthusiastic guy in his college days, in his school days. We were sure he was about to become a super successful entrepreneur. He had all kind of ideas during college days. He started did his small product and all the stuff. And so here I was meeting him after almost 20 years. And he told me that now he's working as a teacher in a private school and doing tuitions in his spare time. And whatever remaining time he has, he likes to roam around with his friends and family. Nothing wrong in that, I think. That's how most of us live. But I just asked him, but you had very different thoughts. You wanted to do something big. So what happened? Why are you doing such a regular life? And his reply astonished me. He said, I don't run after money. Money is the root of all evil. Wealth is the root of all evil. Now see the contradiction. At one side, Prime Minister himself is saying to respect wealth creators, create more wealth creators, and on the other side, my friend is saying it's root of all evil. And surprisingly, you must have met so many people in our country because our culture has been conditioned for so long that wealth creation is wrong. You should not focus on wealth creation. So I was reading Karma Yoga by Swami Vivekananda, and it reminded me of very powerful thought he said. He says the real renunciation is done by Buddha because he left a throne and then sacrificed the throne to take renunciation to become a simple sannyasi. But if a beggar says that I want to take renunciation, it has no impact, no value. First, you gather that success, first, you gather that wealth, and then you can sacrifice it. Then you can do charity and all those stuffs. But something which you don't have, how can you call it evil? How can you say that you don't want it? Right? So that's a cobweb that has creeped into many of us in our mentality, in our mindset. Now just remember about all the greats in our history. Maybe Andrew Carnegie, maybe Ashim Premji, who is a living example, or Bill Gates, or Henry Ford, and all these great people. They were the greatest wealth creators in the world. What did they did? I was going through a survey, and it said that almost 418 billion dollars are contributed in charity by these people. 418 billion dollars, friends, and so many good things happened with that money. Is that a evil money? So someday we got confused. Isn't it? People think that if I'm doing a normal life, I'm living a normal life, it's fine, right? My family is happy, I am happy. What else I want? But am I contributing? Oh, some people will say I pay taxes. What else? Taxes is fine, but what else? So that's where we can tap our nationalism and try to do something beyond what you're doing. Maybe in a job you can become even better programmer, manager, director, and if you can do something of your own, go ahead, create more jobs and become real wealth creator. Can we create lots of wealth and become a trustee of that wealth so that wherever the help is required, may it be required for opening charitable hospitals, orphanages, animal shelters, schools, let's keep that money for that purpose, or maybe spiritual things. If just think about it, if some of us did not decide to become wealth creators, it would have been chaos in our country. Our country, India, is moving forward due to the efforts of some of those wealth creators. So, wealth creation is not wrong. I don't think it's evil. Take the example of all these great people, Buddha, what Vivekananda said, and clear the cobweb in our mentality. Earning wealth in a wrong way, spending it in a wrong way, is certainly evil. Because it is done with meanness, it is done with dishonesty, corruption. But if I'm making that wealth in an honest way and then using that money for the good of the goodwill, for the good of the people, for our country, for our society, then you should go ahead. Live up to your potential. Do what your best. Don't be a couch potato and just think, okay, it's fine what is going on. Let's do something to contribute to a nation. Let's become wealth creators. Let's do best in whatever we are doing. Thank you so much.